Hello, my amazing friends. Welcome to the Legends in English, where we share inspiring stories that help you get inspired and improve your English while learning from the lives of great people. Today's story will open your heart and fill you with peace. It's about a man who searched for truth, who saw God in every face, and who taught the world that love is the highest form of worship. His name was Ramakrishna Paramhansa, one of the greatest spiritual teachers India has ever known. A man whose wisdom still lights the world today. He was not born in a palace. He was not rich. He did not study in big universities. Yet his wisdom touched kings, scholars, and ordinary people alike. Even today, more than 100 years after his death, his words still inspire millions around the world. If you ever feel lost or confused, if you wonder what life really means, then listen carefully to this story. Because Ramakrishna's life will teach you how to find peace in your heart, how to face challenges with faith, and how to see the divine in everything around you. Let's begin from the very start. It was a calm spring morning in the year 1836. In a small village called Kamarpukur, in West Bengal, India, a baby boy was born. His parents, Khudiram Chattopadhyay and Chandramani Devi, were simple and deeply religious people. They lived a poor life, but their hearts were rich with devotion. When their son was born, they named him Gadadhar, which means, the one who holds the mace, a name for Lord Vishnu. From the very beginning, there was something special about this child. People in the village said he had a calm smile and shining eyes that seemed to look straight into your soul. Even as a baby, he loved listening to devotional songs. When his mother sang the name of God, he would stop crying and smile. Kamarpukur was a small, beautiful village with green fields, ponds, and tall palm trees. Life was simple. People worked in their farms, prayed in temples, and helped one another. Little Gadadhar grew up in this peaceful environment. He loved nature, birds, animals, and above all, people. He would often share his food with poor children and never liked to see anyone sad. When he was about 5 years old, something amazing happened. One day, while walking in the fields, he looked up at the blue sky. The clouds were glowing with golden light. Suddenly, he felt everything around him disappear. The trees, the fields, even his own body. He stood there, lost in deep joy and peace. This was his first spiritual experience. A glimpse of the divine. As he grew older, his love for God only became stronger. He would spend hours in the village temple, watching the rituals and listening to the priests chanting. He learned all the sacred stories from the Ramayana and the Mahabharata. Unlike other children, who dreamed of wealth or adventure, Gadadhar dreamed of seeing God, not just in temples, but everywhere. When he was sent to school, he learned quickly. But he wasn't interested in ordinary studies. He said, "I want to learn about the one who created all knowledge." His teachers noticed that his memory was sharp, and his voice was sweet when he sang prayers. Yet his true passion was devotion. Singing bhajans, worshipping idols with flowers, and meditating quietly by the river. One day, his father took him to a nearby village for a ceremony. There, Gadadhar saw a group of monks walking barefoot, dressed in simple clothes, singing the name of God. He was deeply moved. He told his father, "One day, I too will live for God alone." His father smiled, thinking it was just a child's dream. But fate had already chosen a different path for this boy. In 1843, when Gadadhar was only 7 years old, his father passed away. It was a painful moment for the whole family. Without the father, their life became more difficult. But even in sorrow, young Gadadhar did not lose faith. He told his mother, "Father has gone to God. I will serve God. And one day I will see him face to face." From that day on, his love for prayer and meditation became even stronger. He helped his mother with daily work, took care of his brothers, and spent all his free time in spiritual practices. People in Kamarpukur began to notice his calm nature and pure heart. Whenever there was a religious festival, they would invite him to sing devotional songs. When he sang, people often felt tears in their eyes, as if they were listening to something divine. Years passed, and Gadadhar grew into a young man. He was simple, humble, and full of love. He had no desire for fame or wealth. All he wanted was to feel God's presence, to see God, not just believe in him. And very soon, his journey toward that divine vision was about to begin. The call of the temple. Ramakrishna in Dakshineswar. As years went by, young Gadadhar became known in his village for his devotion, honesty, and calm nature. He had a deep love for God and could sing beautifully. People said that when he sang bhajans, their hearts felt lighter and full of peace. But his family was still poor. His elder brother Ramkumar lived in the city of Calcutta, now Kolkata, where he worked as a priest and taught Sanskrit. One day, he invited Gadadhar to come and live with him, hoping that the young boy could learn some practical skills and help with the household work. So Gadadhar left his village and went to Calcutta, a city full of noise, markets, carriages, and crowds. It was very different from peaceful Kamarpukur. Yet, even in this busy city, he remained calm and devoted. His brother soon got a new job as the chief priest of a big temple in Dakshineswar, a place near the river Ganga. The temple was built by a rich woman named Rani Rashmoni, who was known for her faith and generosity. She wanted to dedicate the temple to the goddess Kali, the Divine Mother. In 1855, the temple was completed, and Ram Kumar became the head priest. Gadadhar helped him with prayers, songs, and temple work. The moment he saw the statue of Ma Kali, his heart was filled with deep emotion. He felt as if the goddess was alive, watching him, smiling at him. When his brother passed away soon after, Gadadhar was chosen as the next priest of the Kali temple. He was only in his late teens. Simple, pure, and full of love. But from the very first day, something unusual happened. When he started worshipping the goddess, he did it not as a ritual, but as a child speaking to his mother. He would talk to the statue, laugh with her, cry before her, and even feed her food before eating himself. People thought he was too emotional, maybe even strange. But for Gadadhar, the goddess was real. She was his mother. Day and night, he would pray to her, saying, "Mother, are you real? Do you truly exist? Please, show yourself to me once." Quote, he would cry and pray for hours, sometimes forgetting to eat or sleep. His longing for God became so intense that he lost interest in everything else. Many people in the temple thought he had gone mad, but a few realized that he was on a higher spiritual path, a path few could understand. One evening, after months of deep prayer, something extraordinary happened. Gadadhar felt as if a bright light filled the temple. He could no longer see the walls or the statue. Everything disappeared into a sea of shining beauty and peace. He saw nothing but divine light. And in that light, he felt the presence of Ma Kali herself. He later said, "The mother smiled at me and blessed me. I lost myself in her infinite love. This experience changed him forever. He was no longer just Gadadhar. He had become Ramakrishna, the Blessed One who had seen God. Word spread across Bengal that a young priest in Dakshineswar had seen the Divine Mother. People from far and wide began to visit him. Some came with devotion, others with doubt. But when they met him, they felt peace and joy they could not explain. Ramakrishna didn't give long lectures or big sermons. He spoke in simple, loving words, stories, examples, and songs. He said, "As many faiths, so many paths. All religions lead to the same truth." To him, the Divine Mother was not limited to any religion or temple. She was everywhere. In every human being. In nature. In every act of love. His days were filled with prayer, singing, and guiding people who came to seek peace. But Ramakrishna's journey was not over yet. He still had to learn that the same God he saw in Ma Kali could also be found through other paths. Through different faiths, different names, and different ways of love. That part of his journey was about to begin. And it would open the door to a new spiritual understanding for the whole world. The many paths to one truth. After his divine vision of Ma Kali, Ramakrishna lived in deep joy. Every moment, he felt God's presence. In the air, trees, and every face he saw. People who came to meet him at Dakshineswar temple said they felt a strange peace in his presence. As if all worries disappeared. Yet Ramakrishna's spiritual hunger did not end there. He had seen God as Mother Kali. But wondered, can God also be realized through other ways? Quote, he began to explore different paths. Not just Hindu practices, but other religions too. His heart was so pure that he connected deeply with every faith. First, he followed Rama and Krishna Bhakti, singing their names, reading their stories, meditating on their divine love. Soon, he experienced visions of both. Gentle Rama walking toward him, playful Krishna dancing with his flute. He realized all forms of God were different faces of the same divine. Then came Advaita Vedanta, the philosophy that teaches everything is one. God and the world are not separate. Guided by the monk Totapuri, Ramakrishna meditated for days, forgetting the body and the world. One day, he experienced complete oneness. No, I, no you, only infinite peace. He later said, I lost myself in the ocean of the Absolute. The wave dissolved into the sea. Still, his search did not stop. He studied Islam, praying as a Muslim, repeating the name of Allah, and following its traditions. He saw a radiant vision of the Prophet and realized that the same God appeared in all faiths. Later, he practiced Christian devotion, meditated on Jesus Christ, and read the Bible. One day, he saw a figure with gentle eyes and radiant light. Christ himself, who filled him with divine love. Ramakrishna realized, all religions are true. They are different paths leading to the same goal. God, he said, as many faiths, so many paths. A man can reach God if he follows his own faith with love and sincerity. This message made him unique in a world divided by religion and caste. To him, love was the only language God understood. By the 1870s, his fame spread across Bengal. Poets, scholars, and common people came to see him, not as a priest, but as a living saint. Yet Ramakrishna remained simple. Plain clothes, little food, always singing bhajans and blessing others. He explained truths through small stories and humor. He said, when the same water freezes, it becomes ice. Different shapes, but still water. So it is with God. People loved his simplicity. Sometimes, he would go into samadhi, deep union with God, for hours, even days. Doctors could not explain it. But his followers saw it as divine bliss. His wife, Sarada Devi, the Holy Mother, quietly supported him and later became a great teacher herself. Together, they symbolized purity and devotion. By now, Dakshineswar had become a place of pilgrimage. Men and women, rich and poor, Hindu and Muslim, educated and uneducated, came to him, forgetting all barriers. He treated everyone with equal love. To a poor farmer or scholar, he said, see God in every being. Serve man as God himself. But destiny had one more task: to find a disciple who would carry his message to the world. That disciple soon arrived. A young man full of fire and questions. His name was Narendranath Datta. The world would later know him as Swami Vivekananda. The master and his disciple. Ramakrishna meets Vivekananda. One day, in the year 1881, a young man came to the Dakshineswar temple. He was strong, bright, and full of energy. His name was Narendranath Datta, the same person who would later become Swami Vivekananda. Narendranath was different from most visitors. He was not looking for miracles or blessings. He was searching for truth. He had studied many books, met many teachers, and practiced meditation. Yet one question burned in his mind. Have you seen God? Quote, when he met Ramakrishna, he asked this question directly, without hesitation. Most saints or scholars could not answer him clearly. But Ramakrishna smiled with childlike innocence and said, yes, I have seen God. I see him more clearly than I see you. I can show him to you too. Narendranath was shocked. He had never met anyone who spoke like that, with such confidence, yet so much simplicity. Something deep inside him was touched. He realized that this man was not an ordinary priest. From that day, a special bond began between the two. The bond of guru and disciple, of love and truth. At first, Narendranath did not fully believe in Ramakrishna's visions and spiritual experiences. He was modern, educated, and logical. He questioned everything. But Ramakrishna never got angry. He loved Narendra like his own child. He said, good. Test me as much as you like. True faith is never blind. Whenever Narendra visited, Ramakrishna would talk to him about God, service, and the meaning of life. Sometimes, Ramakrishna would touch him, and Narendra would suddenly feel his body disappear. He would experience a deep peace, a glimpse of something beyond the world. Slowly, his doubts began to fade. He started to see that Ramakrishna's words were not philosophy. They were truth itself, lived every day. Ramakrishna told him, you are born for a great mission. You will awaken the sleeping soul of India and teach the world the power of truth. Narendranath would laugh and say, I'm just an ordinary man. But the master knew. The fire inside him would one day light up the world. As months passed, Ramakrishna's health began to weaken. He suffered from throat cancer, and doctors advised him to rest. But he refused to stop teaching. Even when he could barely speak, he continued to bless people, guide his disciples, and spread his message of love and unity. During these days, young disciples gathered around him. Narendra, Rakal, Baburam, and others. They served him with devotion, cooking his food, giving him medicine, and listening to his teachings. Ramakrishna told them, you must all dedicate your lives to realizing God and serving humanity. See God in every human being. One night, he called Narendra close and whispered, "Today, I give you all my spiritual power. You will continue my work. You will carry my message across the oceans." Tears filled Narendra's eyes. He touched his master's feet and promised, "As long as I live, I will remember your words." In August 1886, the great Saint Ramakrishna Paramhansa left his body. His disciples were heartbroken. But Narendra stood firm. He said, "Let us not weep. Let us fulfill his dream." He gathered the disciples, gave them courage, and helped them form a monastic order, a brotherhood dedicated to service and spiritual growth. They took vows of purity, faith, and sacrifice. That brotherhood would later become the Ramakrishna Mission. Narendranath, now known as Swami Vivekananda, traveled across India and the world, spreading his master's message. He taught that all religions are true, that serving others is the same as worshipping God, and that every person has divine potential. Whenever Vivekananda spoke of Ramakrishna, his voice softened. He said, "Ramakrishna was the living embodiment of God. In him, I saw religion in practice, not in words." Even after his passing, Ramakrishna's presence remained alive in the hearts of his disciples, in the songs they sang, and in the mission they carried forward. His small temple room in Dakshineswar became a spiritual lighthouse, guiding millions towards faith, peace, and love. People who came there felt the same calmness, the same sacred energy, as if Ramakrishna himself still smiled at them. The world called him a saint, but to his disciples, he was much more. He was God made human, showing what divine love truly means. The eternal message. Ramakrishna's teachings for the modern world. Years passed after Ramakrishna Paramhansa left this world, yet his name continued to shine brighter with time. His disciples, especially Swami Vivekananda, carried his message to every corner of the globe. But what was that message? Why did it touch so many hearts? Not only in India but everywhere in the world. It was simple, pure, and full of love. God is everywhere. Love all. Serve all. See God in every human being. Ramakrishna never tried to create a new religion. He respected all faiths. Hinduism, Islam, Christianity, and others, he said. Different religions are like rivers flowing to the same ocean. Their paths may be different, but their goal is one: to reach God. At a time when people often fought over religion, his message was revolutionary. He practiced all faiths, prayed like a Muslim, meditated like a Christian, and worshipped Kali like a Hindu. After every experience, he said the same words: "All paths lead to the same truth." His life proved that religion is not about temples or rituals. It is about love, kindness, and purity of heart. He said, "The goal of human life is to realize God and to serve humanity with love." Even today, when the world faces hate and anger, Ramakrishna's message feels more relevant than ever. He reminds us that divine love is stronger than fear, greed, or violence. Ramakrishna also taught about work and devotion. He said, "Do your work as worship. Whatever you do, do it with love and honesty." He never believed that spirituality meant running away from life. He said, "Stay in the world, but keep your heart pure. Be like a lotus. It grows in mud but remains untouched by it." He showed that spirituality and duty can walk together. He said, "God can be realized only through simplicity and sincerity. A heart full of pride or greed cannot feel his presence." He loved everyone equally. rich or poor, saint or sinner. To him, every person was divine. When asked, "How can I see God?" he replied, "Love God as a mother loves her child, with all your heart. Then you will see him everywhere." After his death, people began visiting Dakshineswar, where he had lived and worshipped. They felt peace, as if his presence still filled the air. His disciples became great spiritual teachers. Swami Vivekananda carried his light to the West and awakened the world with his speech at Chicago. In 1893, "The teachings of my master are the essence of all religions. To see God in man and to serve mankind." This became the foundation of the Ramakrishna mission, which continues even today, running schools, hospitals, and spreading peace and service worldwide. Everywhere it goes, it carries one message: service to man is service to God. Writers, leaders, and thinkers, from Mahatma Gandhi to Leo Tolstoy, admired his wisdom. Ramakrishna proved that spirituality belongs not to one country or religion, but to all humanity. And so, my friends, as we look at the story of this simple man, a priest from a small temple who became one of the greatest spiritual masters, we learn something powerful. You don't need riches, fame, or power to change the world. You only need truth in your heart and love in your actions. He once said, "Do not seek God in temples. He is inside you. Feel him, love him, serve him, and your life will be blessed." Even after more than a century, his words still touch hearts. Where there is kindness, there is Ramakrishna. Where there is truth, there is Ramakrishna. Where there is love, there is Ramakrishna. So, my dear friends, if you are learning English or learning life, remember his message. Speak with kindness, act with love, and never stop believing in goodness. Your journey has meaning, purpose, and divine light. Just like Ramakrishna Paramhansa, you too can inspire others. Because every heart filled with love carries a part of the divine. This was The Legends in English. The Life of Ramakrishna Paramhansa. A story to improve your English and fill your heart with inspiration. If you felt inspired, share this story and keep spreading light, just like Ramakrishna did. Because the world needs more people who live with love, truth, and compassion. And maybe, just maybe, you are one of them.